too many good ideas.
Like it's too strong. The weed
I
in
don't
this
know.
country is too strong, and that's the problem with this country. Let me ask you a question: how much do you really love your wife if you didn't bring the whole bag of chips to the bedroom, instead brought a plate? Do you really love your wife?
I'm sorry. I brought her a bowl of cereal and a cheese stick, which is what was requested,
What
and then
kind
I
of
brought my
cereal is
own
it?
thing, Rice Krispies with sugar on top.
Well, that's rational. That's fair.
No,
I've
so
been a
no.
nighttime cereal boy again, actually, recently a lot. That's been like kind of my little go-to is a little bowl of cereal right before my little nighttime snack.
What I'm doing right now is I'm adding like any work that I've done over the past 3 days to like lose some weight, is I'm counteracting it right now.
What are you
And I
having?
don't care.
Just chips?
No,
What else are you having?
we have a bag of corn dogs, mini corn dogs from Costco
So you made mini corn dogs?
that I finally polished off
Oh,
tonight.
okay. Did you microwave them?
I microwaved them.
Pussy.
I placed 2 slices of provolone cheese on top,
Oh my god.
and then I had like 3 handfuls of tortilla chips, which
All
chips are
right,
going.
all right. Top three poor snacks, Straff. We were talking about ingredients household, but we're talking about really it's being poor. Let's be real. So what are your top three poor snacks? Like when the family had not gone on the grocery trip, you ain't got shit left over. What are you making when you got to pull through?
You know, butter bread, honest to God, is like a godsend.
Damn, dude.
On nights when I didn't want to eat spaghetti,
Does
I would
it,
make butter bread, and
if
that would what
if butter bread when nights when you didn't want to make spaghetti because you
when I didn't want
also
to eat it. When it was made
oh
for me, and I
okay.
didn't want to eat it, so I
I
would
was gonna
just
say,
put
are we
it
about to
on.
have the same core memory of like we were also forced to make dinner for our family at a young age, and you learned how to cook ground beef very early?
I mean, I learned how to
I
cook
did.
in facts class. I think I don't.
Oh no,
I
I was
made
cooking. I was making ground beef every night, like once a week for either tacos or spaghetti. Starting at like 8.
Jesus.
Yeah, had to
That's
help.
rough.
I was told I had to help make dinner for the family once a week.
I had to pay rent starting at 18.
That's reasonable. Some places in some situations, but yeah.
It started because I stopped going to college, but it was also around the time that
Oh, the context, the agreement that you probably had with your parents was what? You go to school, you can live here rent free. You don't go to school, you got to pay rent.
no, it was, hey, Dad lost his job.
Oh,
Times are a little tough right now.
times
You
were
could use
tough. It
some
was a
help here.
recession, Nathan.
2014, bitch. Okay.
It was the start. 10 year snowball. I think we got here again.
Here's snowball to Inflationville, where
That's right. You didn't pay your dad's side of the bills.
my parents' second house, they got refinanced for 2% interest, and they sold
Anyway,
it for.
hello, welcome to another episode of the 1 to 10 podcast. Really quickly before we continue on with our trauma dumping and our
Yeah,
snack dumping. So you never said, so butter bread is your number one, your go-to.
Mhm.
Am I allowed to elaborate on top of butter bread as a different selection?
Okay, sure.
Okay, because I feel like we're talking about like this, the concept of being an ingredients household in these situations, right? It's
Mhm.
it's buttered bread with a little bit of cinnamon sugar sprinkled on top.
Mm.
Because there's always fucking cinnamon and loose sugar around. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can make a sweet, nice little treat right there with that.
A sweet treat.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think number 2. See, this is gonna be so lame because I didn't have many of these,
It's
but
not lame. It's not lame. We were
okay.
talking about it. A handful of chocolate chips counts as a snack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
Tortilla chip counts as a snack.
it would be like a boring ass cereal. And you would
Like
take chocolate syrup, like cornflakes.
Ooh. Yeah. Cornflakes, a little chocolate syrup on top. You know what the real technique is? Put that bowl in the freezer. The chocolate syrup freezes to the outside of it. It's like it's a little crunchy, like chocolate coating. Then instead,
Okay.
it's like a hard shell. Yeah, dude.
All right.
Mine. I'm gonna say because this is a very early, like 3 to 5. I ate a lot of this as a snack. Banana sliced up, chocolate syrup.
Bananas and yeah, that's base.
Banana sliced up with some chocolate syrup on top. Very good. Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Yeah, I think like the baking nuts would be like the third one.
Baking nuts.
Like
Chopped
pecans,
baking nuts. Yeah,
like
chopped
chopped
pecans.
walnuts and
Oh
chopped
god.
pecans and stuff. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 3-finger pull of shredded cheese. Final answer. The shredded cheese monster is coming from
Shredded
3
cheese
in
from
the
the bag.
Yeah, dude.
But you got to pay the cheese tax. When you do
Yeah.
that
Now,
too.
what was your elevated snack? Like they just went, they all just one.
We went to Aldi
Okay.
and we got toaster tarts, dude. And we
Oh
had
no. I'm not talking elevated poor snack. I'm talking like you're eating good. You can make whatever. Like, okay, here was mine. There was this buffalo chicken deli meat we always got at my dad's house, like consistently for like a couple of years. So I would take 2 pieces of toast and I'd do mayonnaise on both sides, right, of the bread, because you can use mayonnaise as a butter substitute for grilling a grilled cheese if you did not know.
Okay.
And then we do provolone cheese, 2 slices of that, and then I'd fry an egg. And I'd pop that fried egg into it, and it was like a little mommy and a baby sandwich.
Okay.
And I still fuck around with the Chick-fil-A biscuit with the chicken and the egg on it. And that shit comes around, the mommy and baby biscuit. Oh my God.
Do they still have pintos and cheese from Taco Bell?
No.
That is a fucking travesty because that
Most
would be
not.
number 4.
No, it's terrible.
Okay.
Absolutely deplorable.
Okay. My elevated snack would be the mozzarella cheese sticks.
Yes.
Wrapped
Yes.
in turkey pastrami. Boom.
Ooh, that's a good answer.
The rectangle one, because you couldn't get that all the time because that shit was fucking expensive. But when it was on sale, you would.
When it was on sale, dude.
We've been talking as this
minutes, 6 minutes. We've been talking.
And she's just been in the background doing what she's doing.
You know what? I think it's time we get into it. When my candle tells me a joke, but I need to leave the house. What? Okay. Plantation owners pre-1865.
Yep, I'm definitely seeing a profit here.
Jesus Christ, dude.
We're starting off heavy.
Oh my God. Multilingual king.
Gracias. Gracias. Gracias.
A black Frenchman telling an Asian waiter gracias. Amazing. Me and the airport security line trying to keep the TSA on their toes.
Lillard, 5 to shoot. 1.5 minutes to play. That's a bomb!
That's good, Eski. I liked that one. All right, me after I order magnets from Amazon, I've eaten over 600 nails. Oh, that's good, man. I liked that one. That was good. Walgreens, Sleep 2.
Sleep 2? What the fuck they coming out with next? Sleep 3?
No way, dude.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's great. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go. Sweet corn and ham on your pizza?
You want kebabs? Or you prefer pizza? We got the one we think you up.
Look aside.
This is insane.
Swing some love.
Chop up some meaty flour.
Flavor.
Add mozzarella on the top. Ham. Chopping ham. Yellow corn. Mozzie cheese. Mozzie cheese.
He just really wanted to do the whole song.
Pizzas never taste as good.
So good. So good.
Street pizza and kebab.
Dude, God fucking damn it. I'm so glad that's over, actually. Thanks for that one, Eski. We really needed that, you know?
I want you to step back like 15 years in time and try and think about how that video would be perceived.
That's true. Now, I want you to think about this and think about how 15 years ago, if you saw this, you would think the kid's all right, and how now you think the kids are all right, too. Because they really are, Eski. They really are.
Just a disclaimer, this is Red Bull. This is not beer. All right, you ready, Mason?
First off, straight edge. Sick.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Hell yeah, dude. So for those who can see that, because you're the audio listener and stupid, 3 energy drinks, I believe a Full Throttle, a Monster, and a sugar-free Red Bull were all just poured into the, what's that called? Muffler?
Exhaust pipe.
Exhaust pipe! The end of the exhaust pipe of a motorcycle. A dirt bike. So yeah, I think the kids are fine.
Created the concept for the next M. Night Shyamalan movie too. So
God, I love that shit. Now, unfortunately, I don't think the kids are going to be all right after August 5th because Aiden Ross has announced that he will be streaming with Donald Trump on August 5th. Now, for those who don't understand what this is, we haven't forgotten. This is when he promised to stream with Kim Jong-un. Or Il, rather. The point is, right here, I'd bet my entire house the stream doesn't happen. I can't wait to still not have a house after I make that bet. Now, that being said, it probably won't happen.
I don't think so.
Probably will happen. But I still think we should talk about Donald Trump because, we talk about politics every week. And he is, the RNC incumbent. So let's just talk about some of the things he has been doing. Now, have I been, able to confirm that this is not real? But that is not good enough for me personally. And I'm just going to roll with it. So fuck it. The prices are insane. This is a menu from the Cheesecake Factory. We love that place.
Don't we?
One of the best factories. The warm crab dip is $47. These are Biden prices. And I bet it's not even warm since Biden is so bad with energy. Ice cold crab dip, $47.
$47.
Now, that's probably not true, right? But this, unfortunately, was a true clip. And this is from Fox News, which is funny because we usually don't reference Fox. Though we actually try to lean away from them as a source. But fuck it.
Yourself.
Too funny.
Kamala Harris in her Twitter bio, which I never noticed until this morning, states her pronouns as she/her. What are your pronouns?
I don't want pronouns. I don't want pronouns.
So you're fluid? What is that?
Nobody even knows what that means. Ask her to describe.
Okay, first off, before he says anything else, Trump says, ask Kamala to describe what her being she/her means, right? Which is an insane question. The statement there is, I don't want pronouns. She goes, oh, so you're fluid. Is the greatest fucking, even if it's a Fox News correspondent, that is the greatest fucking, comeback from ever.
From that interview, I want to talk about that for a second.
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
She roasts the fuck out of him.
Hell yeah, dude.
Really insane.
Good.
That he's losing it. He's losing his mind. It's weird.
Now,
he's acting weird, bro.
Weirdly enough, that quote about the whole Biden not enough energy does have some context to be made. That whole crab dip joke about the price of it being $47. So let's watch an actual quote about the Bitcoin conference.
But we will be creating so much electricity that you'll be saying, please, please, President, we don't want any more electricity. We can't stand it. You'll be begging me, no more electricity, sir. We have enough. We have enough.
I think he's threatening to electroshock us all, which is crazy.
Every parody is a confession. He just owned up to being he's a sub.
And a switch. Now, in some recourse of a moment, there was a very interesting Zoom call, I believe it was, that was called White Dudes for Harris. And it was just a bunch of white guys who support Kamala Harris, including some famous celebrities, maybe Mark Hamill, one. Yeah, they raised. Yeah, what was it $4.5 million in
first
couple hours?
First campaign donation I've ever made.
Right. Oh, nice, dude. That's good for you, white dude who supports Harris. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think it's funny because people. Okay, so have you ever seen? Hang on.
Waiting for the just stop, bro. It's fine.
There's this image of all the people who've died from the original cast of Star Wars of actors, and it had everybody who's passed as ghosts, Force ghosts. And then they just show the brain of Mark Hamill is dead currently now because he was there, which they're calling him brain dead for supporting Kamala Harris, which is funny. Now this is funny too because in response to having Democrats having white dudes for Harris, we've got.
You want to know why I'm here to support President Trump? Because they done did black men like this for decades. Make up charges and put them, so I know Trump is innocent. I support Trump against this corrupt, two-tiered justice system. That's why I'm here to show my support as a black man for Trump. And I'm wearing my shirt, niggas for Trump 2024, and I mean that. You want?
Honestly, way more eloquently said than I thought he was going to be.
Why would he say two-tier system when historically Donald Trump has had like the most
he may not know.
The most strung out and like, I don't know, his cases have not been.
I think there's something going to be very interesting to be said here with this next clip that I saved just for this occasion.
Okay.
In response to Kamala Harris being seemingly now the popular candidate that will be taking the DNC nomination, Judge Joe Brown, out of all fucking people, not on my bingo card for 2024, comes out and says this.
But I gotta ask you about Kamala Harris. How you feel about her?
She's a piece of shit.
Wait.
I was in California. She lacked professional competence, and she worked on it by hiking up her hemline when she needed influence rather than researching. She's always tried to do the casting couch to get where she wants. Now, the problem is that'll get somebody to a certain level quickly, but you can't get past that level if you don't have competence and talent. So my thing about it is if I'm crude about it, in this city years ago, I used to represent a whole bunch of pimps and hoes, and I know a hoe when I see one. And I say this, I don't care, women, you do what you want to do if you want to have recreational sex, but when you do the casting couch or anything else.
Pause. Is this Judge Joe Brown of the TV show Judge Joe
Yes,
Brown?
who was really an actual judge before he did the television show in LA County, which is what he's speaking of.
That was who Kamala Harris dated while he was married but separated.
I don't know about all that.
Supposedly, if this is the same person, she started her career by being given like a super lucrative position. It was like 4 hours a year, and she got paid like $150,000. It was like some bullshit position.
Okay.
But then she got elected 6 times as attorney general, and then
I mean,
senator.
I don't know about that necessarily. Getting your foot in the door is one thing, but what Joe is saying here is true, that she sucked some dicks the way to the top. I mean, it makes sense.
She's been elected 6 times.
Yeah. But how do you get in the door?
It doesn't matter how you get in the door.
I don't know, but I was just listening to what listen. It's not so much about what he's saying, and like I'm not sitting here going, "Oh, I agree with what he's saying is factual truth." I think it's fucking crazy that out of all the things happening in this world right now, Judge Joe Brown, out of all people, has come out of the woodwork to say these exact words.
I'm pretty sure that's her ex.
And that's fine, but let's listen to what her ex has to say then.
For
maybe he has a way of knowing
purposes
her.
to get paid or advance, you a hoe. And she's old hoe. And the problem is what is she supposed to do? Somebody, one of her sycophant slaves, comes up and unwraps her in a carpet naked at Putin's feet, and he says, "Oh yeah, I'm Julius Caesar." He said, "No, ho, I got better stuff here already. Plus, I don't want you anyway, you old woman. Get on up." You know, or Xi Jinping, is he supposed to be impressed? She's doing word salad. Well, we're here today because China and the U.S. are here today, and that's why we have to agree on what we're doing here today. Like, fool, what did you just say?
That part I found interesting.
It doesn't make sense, because he's saying you can only pull up your skirt so much to get where you want to be.
Absolutely.
But she got elected 6 times. So I don't understand.
It gets you so far, is what he's saying, in the sense of getting her a platform and to get in the door and then have the opportunity to be elected.
Yeah, but according to his logic, she's not deserving of anything past where her thighs can get her, and yet she was elected 6 times.
I don't think that's the logic at all. I think you're making a big jump there, honestly. I think he's saying it would get you so far, which I think he could implicitly be saying attorney general 6 times. I think he could be saying that's competent enough, sure, but president? No. I'm not going to mince his words, is all I'm saying. I'm not making jumps. And I'm not really taking his words as actual, like... Okay. I think you're giving it too much reality of, like, yes, he said those things. I'm not giving any analytical thought to it. I think it's fucking crazy, the words that are coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Whether he's her ex or not. The ex thing makes it more interesting, honestly.
So I was wrong. It is not her ex. Her ex was William Brown, not Joe Brown.
Well, either way, I think it's very funny either way. She isn't
I'm
black.
racist.
Yeah, here, like what? She isn't black and slept her way to the top. Right? He has like he just keeps saying this shit. He said it for weeks now. It's just even.
I wonder how his ratings are doing on a show. That's what.
I mean, there's no show, but you get the point of what I'm saying. This was not in my fucking wheelhouse for the political segment.
Yeah, it's totally out of left.
But when it happened, it's like, what the fuck did he
right,
just say, dude? And he said some shit, you know? He really slung some mud. Now, Kamala, on the other hand, did also sling some mud, too, on a political stage in Atlanta at her rally. That's right. Kamala has begun rallying and it's become the focus of the DNC now. So let's talk about what she said. This quote, this is what I'm talking about. This quote was actually, I saw this and I was like, well, this is cheesy, right? So Kamala says to Donald Trump at her Atlanta rally, Donald, I do hope you'll reconsider to meet me at the debate stage. As the saying goes, if you got something to say it to my face. Kind of cheesy when I read it. Let's listen to her cadence.
Let's observe.
Well, Donald.
Okay.
You have
I
the
do
token light.
hope you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage. Because as the saying goes, if you've got something to say, say it to my face.
She got a little too excited to drop the bomb there at the end.
Yeah.
You can tell.
The audience is
So she's
loud.
good. She's good. I'll give her that. Like, she's better than I thought she would be. The delivery was good. I won't quote the guy who was on Joe Rogan who called her the R slur, but the fact that he said she has the 3 phases of wine mom in her, and that I saw all of them in the slow motion of the faces here, I'm like, he might be onto something.
Maybe.
But now we get to the area where this is getting a little fucking cringe, if you ask me, no matter where you are. And this is once again not on my bingo card for 2024, but it is Kamala Harris quoting Quavo to throw shade at Donald Trump at another rally.
Quavo would say, Donald Trump, on the other hand, has been talking a big game about securing our border, but he does not walk the walk. Or as my friend Quavo would say, he does not walk it like he talks it.
It's early. It's early in the campaign. She's trying to find her spots.
So we should just not do that.
You guys need to Pokemon Go to the polls, okay?
Yeah, I liked vote or die better. But anyways, now let's talk about some of these Kamala rallies because they're pretty interesting actually. So this is my boy on the fucking stage here, the PBS news stream, and he was going fucking crazy. Also, this is a political rally.
True.
Whoever's on the aux too, turning down the volume to let the fucking crowd get it.
Oh, I think maybe they did.
No, they know their crowd. They know their crowd.
Fair enough.
They're in there. Because they definitely know their crowd, because that's right. The hoes for Harris take the stage at her rally in Atlanta when Megan Thee Stallion has joined. That's right. The founding fathers will be happy to know we are now twerking for votes, gentlemen.
Body crazy, curvy, Body crazy, curvy,
Now, unfortunately, they don't know how rap shows work, where you need to crank the music and turn the singing mic down a lot. Because it's not a speech, it's a rap show.
See me in that dress and he felt like he almost hated that.
I'm just picturing like this 65-year-old like.
Hang on. Just can we just give it a second before we say anything? Observe this next moment when she actually raps here. Just listen to the lyrics she's saying at the Kamala Harris for President rally. I want you to just bear with me on this, man. Here. Yum, 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 eat it up, 4 play, 3, 2, 1. Bro. Oh, get it. I love the idea here, okay? And Kamala goes on stage and says, like, thank you, Megan Thee Stallion, like, for this. If you love, ladies, if you love your body, you know who to vote for in November, blah, blah, blah. Like, whatever. Like, first off, cheesy there. I love the idea of what we're doing here of shaking ass for the presidency. Like, I will say that. Like, hi, hand on my heart. George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, every other founding father who I could possibly admire.
God bless America.
I love shaking ass for votes, brother. I'm gonna say it. You have a weight in my heart here. And when I saw this, I was like, maybe there is hope for us yet. But also, like, how fucking cringe is this? Like, we're at a political rally for a presidential candidate, and there's a rapper who said, "Yum yum yum." Like, come on, man. It doesn't fucking end. None of it fucking ends.
This feels really, really.
It feels crazy. So we need a palate cleanser, and this is such a great one, dude.
I wanted to quit vaping, and
Courtesy of
my
Therapy
boyfriend
Gecko.
knew that I really, really wanted to peg him. So he was like, "If you quit vaping for 3 months, you get pegging privileges. You have rights to my untouched asshole." How could I say no?
And has this incentive been successful for you?
Yes, it has. I quit last year, and I've reaped the benefits of my reward. He told me, anytime you want, I will drop my drawers and you can just put something in there. It is so positively delightful. He's actually in the room with me right now if you want to get his perspective.
Hello?
Has this situation been a positive development for you as well?
Yeah, definitely.
I think we are a perfect match. To all the people out there wanting to quit something, just find yourself a submissive-ass boyfriend who will let you peg him if you quit it.
This has really made me believe in love again.
Incredible. Thank you, Lyle. All right, now, something I am very excited about. I don't try to do too many trailers anymore straight up on the show, but I'm actually like genuinely excited about this game, and I think people will like see this again. So back in 2000, God, I don't know, Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup. Back in old 2003, young Alec really loved this game called Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup. It was on all the platforms at the time, GameCube, PS2, and Xbox. And basically what it was just playing Quidditch. And Quidditch is exactly as you remember it from Harry Potter. For those who don't, it's kind of like soccer, except for there's these 3 goals. They're called the pitch, right? I believe. And you use the quaffle. There's 3 balls in the game. The quaffle is the red ball. You throw the red ball through the hoops. You score a point. Cool. Or several points, whatever it is. There's these other balls called bludgers. They're big metal black balls. You slam them into people to disrupt play. Okay, there's a 3rd ball called the Golden Snitch. There's a player on each team called the Seeker. Their job is to specifically look for that thing. If you get it, you do not necessarily guaranteed win the game. You get 150 points, which makes it very easy to win the game.
It was hard to come back from.
Very hard to come back from. But you could also just absolutely fucking dunk on people if you were good enough at this game, and you could get 160 points on the board, and then whether you get the snitch or not, you've won the game. Yeah, man, it was a great time. And now the spiritual successor to that game, Harry Potter Quidditch Quidditch Champions, is due to come out on September 3rd on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. And you bet your sweet bippy I am playing this on release day. This is like there's a series of games this year that I'm actually excited for. Power Rangers Retro Rewind, the beat 'em up retro pixel styled game that's coming out that's got to have online play. This game, and then Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero, which is the spiritual successor of Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi from back on the PlayStation. So it's really just like a great time for things that were old being rejuvenated. And like, yeah, you loved this, well, here's this thing. And this I had to show because the character creation now looks just fucking like, okay, I'm in.
Attention students! The day so many of you
J.K. Rowling, here's $20, guaranteed.
The path to the Quidditch World Cup begins now!
Trans Alley.
Your careers will take you to larger and larger venues.
Incredible looking.
Compete for
Fuck yes, dude. I see 4 maps guaranteed already. Boom.
If you're looking for even more competition as you sharpen your skills, you'll find there are many ways to compete against the best of the best. With enough
I don't know what you're saying right now. I hear a British
and
lady.
practice, who knows? You may end up on the world stage competing for
Where's
the
the character creation?
prize of all.
Yep, you throw the ball. Cool, makes sense.
World Cup.
Play iconic characters. Yep. Harry Potter. Cool. Draco Malfoy. Whoa. Yo, is that Cho Chang? The one Chinese person?
And yes,
There we
I
go.
know how many of you like to express yourself.
Look at this.
All athletes are encouraged to style
Look at
themselves
this, dude.
however they desire.
I didn't even think that this was going to be a thing.
That's enough chit-chat.
I didn't even care about that. Now I'm 100% in. Which leads me to my question. What's your thoughts on character creation in video games? Is it important to you?
It's a useless step for me. Yeah, I just.
Is it useless?
Yeah, it's there's like a difference in playing games where you're like you are becoming the character and you're like trying to make it you, versus this is just like a thing that I do, and I've never been able to step into the I am the character.
What about not being the character but being able to make a slew of characters?
Yeah, it's a level that I don't.
For me, it was a couple of years after this game. I think 2005. I want to say. Double check that with a quick Google here. But Soul Calibur 3 was the one for me. That was the big game that was like, holy shit, the character. Yeah, 2005. I was absolutely correct. Yeah, the character creation in this game was like groundbreaking at the time. It was some of the best, like, I don't know how to explain it, dude. It was some of the best character creation at the time in any game to make a custom character. And I would just make like 30 custom characters and then have a tournament of NPCs and just like let them battle it out. Then I'd have my one that was like a pseudo me essentially, or the character insert that was the protagonist. And I was like, I want this one to win. So I would bring it.
I really revere like super good character creation people, but I just like, what was it's not Darkest Dungeon. There was
Baldur's
one where, like,
Gate?
No, it was
Baldur's
after
Gate
Baldur's
does have
Gate.
insane character creation though, for the record.
Somebody made like the slime or something.
I don't know. Shout out to Elden Ring too for having amazing character creation. All right. Anyways, talking about finally some amazing character creation of recycling some of your best goddamn work you've ever done, and then some things you should have done. Deadpool and Wolverine grosses $438.3 million worldwide as opening weekend. Is the biggest R-rated movie opening of all time, which I believe the original Deadpool did as well at one point too. In 2016. So shout out to that. Congratulations to Marvel for actually doing something well again. The reason why, without seeing the movie, shitload of cameos, everybody. They bring back a bunch of people who were in movies previously from X-Men movies or from things where, rumors from over the years, right? Like people rumored that Henry Cavill at one point would play Wolverine, right? Well, they had a cameo of Cavalrine, and it's basically Cavill Wolverine for about 10 seconds or something, right? They have a bunch of other Deadpool variants. It's multiversal bullshit. All you need to know is that it's actually a good movie. From what the people are reporting in, it's certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a good movie. I probably am going to go see it. I'm going to go out of my way to actually watch it and film. My first suspicion was, like, who really wants to see this? Like, I do want to. I'm not saying I don't want to. It's just like... The Marvel fatigue, my interest on opening weekend to get there was not really there. I was mistaken. This movie is apparently incredible. It's going to set up the bigger stages of what's to come next, which I think we should talk about, and it's going to lead us into quite a heavy territory here. So just a warning for the next section here. Going to be some offensive language, possible trigger warning for talking about assault and sexual violence, and domestic violence, and drug abuse. So if any of those things are triggers for you, skip through this section. I will not put a timestamp, but you'll figure it out when we're no longer talking about Marvel still. All right, so we're going to be talking about Marvel for a little bit here. So in a recent announcement at Comic-Con San Diego, it was announced that they would have a Doctor Doom. So they've renamed their Kang Dynasty movie, their Avengers movie coming out, to a Doomsday movie, is what it's called. So it's implied Doctor Doom is the villain. And they revealed their Doctor Doom, so let's take a look and see who it is, everybody. That's right, it's Robert Downey Jr. himself. Iron Man, Mr. Marvel, was announced as Doctor Doom in the next 2 movies. Now, he came back with the conditions, reportedly, with what's called $80 million, I want to say, is a contract. His own little encampment of trailers, basically, for like everything, and then 2 movies with the Russo brothers directing them. which, I mean, I'm all for that. The Russo brothers are incredible directors, and they deserve that. But that being said, it's a bit of a... Okay, so my non-cynical take is, after the controversy with Jonathan Majors being Kang the Conqueror and then being released because of his issues legally, the domestic violence misdemeanor, it makes sense that your guy who made the brand, who like is Mr. Brand Safe, who will guaranteed be a hit for you, is your choice.
Mm-hmm.
It absolutely makes sense, man. I'm not going to be hating on that, right? Now, humorously, this was probably one of my immediate like thoughts of like how crazy is like this is so dumb. But this is a good way to say it. This is like if you told a retarded person that Mario is now Luigi. Fucking incredible, man. And it is too, because the red guy became the green guy if you think about it, and that's very funny to me. The costume too. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Guys, the budget could have been a little better. We should give some like steel shoulder pauldrons or something. Now, this has been done in the comics, and there's a series called Iron Man Trapped in Armor. It's a thing where he's an alternate universe, basically Doom, where like he is Tony Stark essentially still, but he lives in Latveria and is Victor Von Doom in that universe and all that shit. And it's really easy story beat. I'm just going to tell you now, here's the plot of Doomsday before the movie comes out years in advance, guys. So they're going to need this thing called a anchor being, which is like what they believe stabilizes a universe, which is the thing touched on in Deadpool Wolverine. Sorry, spoiler alert. Haha. Doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Basically, here's your concept. In the multiverse, there are universes. The universes have an anchor being. They require the anchor being to stay alive, or else they collapse, die, incur, whatever you want to say happens, right? So what they're going to do is they're going to think that because Tony died, they need a Tony. And when they have Tony, which now also think about this, we're in the modern time right now, currently in 2024. There was a whole time skip in Avengers. That was a 5-year time skip. Well, congratulations. Now we're now in the modern era of where that's happened. Also, fun little side note. Wolverine is the anchor being in Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh, shocker. Ooh. Whoa. But the important thing there is there was a 7-year gap between when Wolverine died at the end of Logan and then this Wolverine himself, okay? Currently now. It will be 7 years in between when Tony died in 2019 in the original Avengers Endgame movie, and then now his recursion in Avengers Doomsday as Doctor Doom. You get the idea. So they're going to pull Tony in. He's going to be not good Tony. He's going to be evil Tony. He's going to try to fight and kill everybody. Universe is going to die. We're going to do Secret Wars where you pull everybody in, and it's going to be a really big movie again. And then you're going to have Battle World where he's God King Doom, and he's a really, really bad guy. And then they're going to kill him. And they're going to do the opposite of what they did where they snapped him, and they're going to snap him out. And it's going to be sad then, too. And it's going to be Peter Parker probably having to do it. Call my shot now. Which might also be the end of Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Remind me 1 year.
3 years. I think it's 2027 for Secret Wars. And yeah, that's my synopsis of what those two movies are going to be.
Okay.
And also, we're going to get a live action Miles Morales by them because of that. Because that's what they did in the comics too. That's the only thing they're going to adapt, basically, bar for bar. That's all I'm saying.
Banger for banger.
Think about it. Spider-Verse will be over by then too. Their movie will be out. Why not bring him in from that ending?
True.
Ta-da! Now, even more cynical. Yes. Predictably, also, we might get a T'Challa version of Tony Stark, and this might be our first look from Tropic Thunder. Now, let's talk serious notes here. This is where we're getting to the actual meat and potatoes of my main topic tonight, okay? So a clip from TMZ has surfaced where Jonathan Majors has now broke his silence on Marvel replacing his character. Now, I hate to say TMZ is a credible source of news, but this is actually, like, informative. So let's just take a look.
Hey, Jonathan. How are you? Nice. I mean, it was announced that Robert Downey Jr. was, being brought back from Marvel to play Doctor Doom. I mean, it looks like he's replacing your villain, Kang. I mean, are you hurt with the new direction that, Marvel is, going?
Yeah, heartbroken.
You are?
Yeah, of course. Come on. Yeah, of course. I love him. I love Kang.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Doctor Doom is wicked, though.
Oh, yeah. It is good. It's going to be good. I mean, both Robert Downey Jr. and Ezra Miller have had, a history of trouble with, the law and getting arrested for felonies.
Pause. Computer enhance. Now, that being said, Ezra Miller is the guy who played the Flash most recently. Robert Downey Jr. Obviously, we know who he is in this context.
I mean, you only had a misdemeanor. Do you feel like it's unfair that like you're not being given the same opportunities as them?
Damn.
I felt that damn, dude. Did you feel that damn?
A little bit.
A little bit. Stung.
I think it's fair that Mr. Downey is being and has been greeted with patience and curiosity and love, and that Mr. Miller's gotten the same treatment, and that they're being allowed to work their art and be creative at that level, you know. It's not. Nah, I'm not really. I didn't really get that. So, you know.
Do you wish you had like the same opportunity as them?
It must have been longer too.
Absolutely. Well,
20 years ago, right?
I mean, that's hard. I mean,
we'll talk about that.
I mean, why do you think that's the case though? Like for them?
That's that part. That
Like for them?
that wow is spiritual.
That's an Owen Wilson. That's an Owen Wilson.
That's beyond Owen.
I don't know.
Would you want your old role back, like your old job back as King the Conqueror?
Kang?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love him. That's why I said I love him. I love him. I love Kang. Love Timeless. Love He Who Remains. Love him. If that's what the fans want, if that's what Marvel wants, let's roll. Hell yeah.
All right, eloquently said. So first off, yeah, I think it's a good performance of him in public for first sighting, right? The first time out speaking on this. Hate TMZ, like I said, but actually useful information here. Now, contextually, that clip has a lot of meat to it there that's not really very exposed. So I think it's time we just kind of, talk about what you said first off, how much time has passed, how his was the beginning of this year and how it was very recent. And it was not enough time has passed necessarily to have those opportunities. But I raise you the actual information on what was happening with what people. So let's take a look at that. So everything we know about Jonathan Majors' domestic violence trial as provided by The Cut. So on April 8th, Jonathan Majors was sentenced to a year-long domestic violence program after being convicted of assaulting and harassing his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari. Majors will face jail time only if he fails to complete the 52 weeks of in-person mandated counseling. The jury found the actor guilty of a misdemeanor assault and harassment in 2023. There were other charges that were brought against him too, but those two were pointed down. So basically what happened was on March 25th, an incident began where a couple was taking a private car from Brooklyn to her apartment. Jabari saw a text from the actor on their phones from some other woman, assumedly, that said, "I was just kissing you right now." When she took the phone from Major's hands to see who it was, he allegedly began grabbing the right side of her body and prying her right middle finger off of the phone, which caused bruising and swelling and substantial pain. Twisted her right arm before striking her right ear. Oof. And then claims that Majors then took his phone and left the car, and Jabari tried to follow him. The actor grabbed her, picked her up, and threw her back inside.
Okay. I was going to say, this sounds a
Rough.
little weak.
Rough to right about there. And then as a result, she fractured her finger, bruised her body, and a laceration behind her right ear and bumped on her head.
Okay.
Yeah, and then also has surveillance video, which published by Insider, captured her on the sidewalk in the aftermath. She's crying, asking for help from strangers, and Ubered home, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah. So we get the idea, right? He's sentenced because it's pretty rough, pretty damning, right? He
fucked up night, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not even just that. It just, he got caught into something. He threw hands very quickly to get caught in it. It's not excusable action, right? But he does have a sentence and he has a crime, right? He has a sentence and he has a punishment that he is seemingly fittingly doing, right? There's no report of him in jail. So seemingly, so we can logically say he is attending his mandated required counseling. Okay? It's a misdemeanor also. Okay? Now, mind you, the two other actors we're going to talk about next committed felonies. Okay, so let's talk about the felonious behavior. So Robert Downey Jr. in 2023 reportedly talked about this time in the 90s he spent in prison. So it was like being sent to a distant planet. This is from People magazine. There are other quotes from this interview, which is from a podcast I believe it's all reported on from, and I believe we'll get to that here shortly. Was on the Armchair Expert podcast, so by Dak Shepard, basically. Great podcast from what I hear, actually. So at one point, he recalled his time in the 90s in jail, and he said that I'm going to try to give you flashcards. I'm in court. I'm overhearing a sentence by an angry judge. He pointed something at me and said in Latin. And I thought he was casting a spell on me. Funny. 2 weeks later, he's in a place called Delano, which is a receiving center where they decided you go. It's dangerous because they have all levels of criminals there. 1, 2, 3, 4. No one's sorted quite yet. So he said he could feel the evil in the air. Like being in a bad neighborhood, etc. Blah, 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 blah. So he talks about his time in the 90s, right? So for those who don't know, in 1996, he was arrested and charged on drug and weapon charges in Miami. He had cocaine and where was it? He basically had several drugs and a weapon on him. Okay, so nothing great. Okay,
big no.
Not the big no-nos, right? You don't want to do that. However, for those who also don't know, Robert Downey Jr. was pardoned in California of the felony drug conviction.
Interesting.
Yes, he was granted a pardon in 2015. Okay. So previous to even Avengers movies, like the last 3 Avengers, I'd say the third Captain America movie is really an Avengers movie. That's what I'm really referencing. So previous to Civil War, Infinity War, and then Endgame, the 3 biggest movies you could argue, he got fucking pardoned by the state of California for his 1 year of jail. He did 1 year of time. Okay, so he did 1 year. He did his time. He did his thing. He came back. He was a Hollywood bad boy by that time, but then by the 2008 when he came out in Iron Man, like it was his redemption arc, and he famously became this huge brand. Like he is Mr. Brand Safely is re-identified now. Now let's say I think that it's reasonable to say like he deserved his comeback arc, right? Like, he deserved his chance. Yeah, he deserved that redemption, that arc for redemption, that chance, right? People deserve second chances in life for the most part, you know, for a lot of things. Some things not. But the line's pretty clear on the thing's not, right?
Jesus said everyone deserves a second chance.
So. I mean, touching kids, right? And Mordor. And those are like the 2 things, right? Right? Like those are probably the 2 big ones you really don't have a second chance for in many cases. I don't know other ones necessarily. I guess unintentional Mordor, which is manslaughter. But anyways, the Scandinavian cousin of Mordor. But let's talk about some things that are a lot heavier and like definitely more damning. So as reported by Rolling Stone, Ezra Miller's reign of terror, a timeline of his many controversies. And so like I said, this was, Tony starred. Robert Downey Jr. was in the 90s, right? And he had time, like a lot more time, and then it was until the late 2000s that we saw a comeback for him. So Miller was cast as the Flash in 2014 and started appearing in the movies as soon as Dawn of Justice, Suicide Squad, Justice League, etc. Right? But eventually we get a Flash movie. So starting as early as April of 2020, there's a video of him seen choking and throwing an unnamed woman in a bar in Reykjavik and saying, "Oh, you want to fight? That's what you want to do?" And like whatever, right? So basically, it said that like she were playfully joking with interaction with Miller, who then abruptly snapped, and then all of a sudden they were on top of him, or on top of them, choking them, still screaming in their face about they wanted to fight. Yeah, it just seems to be very unhinged, drunken behavior, right? And then in 2022, he posted a bizarre video directed at KKK members in North Carolina while flashing a flash signet ring, and just the members should use their own weapons on themselves, and then otherwise they'll do it for them if they really want that. Please disseminate the video to those who are concerned. It's not a joke. Yeah, kind of weird. Unhinged, right? Cool. A woman identified by Nadia came forward to Variety and claimed that Miller had been harassing her during a heated incident in a Berlin apartment, voicing fears that Miller could somehow physically attack her, and she felt totally unsafe. The woman said that the pair's pleasant 2-year friendship took a turn. She told Miller they couldn't smoke inside of the apartment anymore, and that just set them off. They asked them to leave about 20 times or more, and then they said that they were being transphobic and that they were a piece of shit, and that they were going around their house, looking at everything, touching everything, spreading tobacco leaves on the floor. Okay, cool. March 2022. Miller was staying in Hawaii. I remember this one, terrorizing the community of Hilo with a string of arrests from disorderly conduct and harassment. So basically, there was 10 phone calls over a month of minor disturbances, filming people at a gas station, refusing to move from outside a restaurant, and arguing with strangers. Wanted a local karaoke bar, yelling obscenities at them, becoming agitated, blah, 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 blah. String of behavior. You get the idea here. Oh, yeah, here's a quote. He said he burst into some couple's bedroom and threatened them, saying, "I will bury you and your slut wife." Yeah. He also stole the woman's passport and the man's wallet, credit cards and documents. Yeah, and then the list just keeps going on and 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 on. So the point is, this person has a series of bad behavior. And they have continued to exist in the space to be this marketed thing. The Flash movie came out. I imagine Flash is dead in the water now for Warner Brothers and will not be continued on working with this person whatsoever.
That title's crazy. His Reign of Terror.
Yes, the Reign of Terror is it's crazy, right? I don't be transphobic if Ezra truly is trans and identifying that way as such still currently, whatever. But the point is that this person's been allowed to exist in space, and I'm going to be real here. This is where I take the issue of controversy, right? So in the scale and spectrum of the 3 people that we've just discussed, I believe we have on the far left of probably the most innocent and kind of where the hood at RDJ. You know what I'm saying? RDJ just had guns and drugs. That's my kind of boy right there. Let's hang out, Tone. Also, maybe hide them better next time.
Yeah, or have them separate.
Yeah. Also, yeah. Whatever. Now the second thing, I'd say Jonathan Majors much closer to that. Domestic violence, not great, right? But redeemable. One instance, an outburst, right? Infidelity, single man, whatever you want to say about all that, but redeemable thing, right? He can go through this thing. He can redeem himself. He can continue to exist in this world, right? Maybe he doesn't get to be an actor anymore if the world so deems that, right? But then Ezra Miller gets to be a fucking actor and be superhero for Warner Brothers, and that's a terrible brand decision by Warner Brothers that Disney would not make, obviously. But I feel like there is maybe some injustice there with the treatment that we've immediately given Jonathan Majors in this misdemeanor filing.
Yeah, different standard.
Misdemeanor.
Especially with like the focus being on the laceration and the bruising of
like the part where he shoved her in the car is the fucked up part. Every other part's the other part's damning, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's pretty weak, like you said. It's like, ooh, her hand got bruised. All right, let's get light with it real quick. Let's see some clips from the yard that just make me smile for about 15 seconds. Just a palate cleanser.
We had God back then, but our God now is Nintendo.
He's right.
Are all white boys cool and inherently sexist? Are fish the bugs of the ocean? As a decorated rave girl, babe, I only cheated on you because I wanted to squirt.
11. All right, that's good. Yeah, just watching yard clips until we laugh. 15 seconds exactly. Amazing, dude.
Finished out.
That was good. All right, good palate cleanser to get that very heavy section off our mind. All right, let's wrap her up. So Eminem did that weird interview with himself.
Before I stepped in, you fucking rap like AZ on Prozac.
Bitch, I wrote Stan. And love the way you lie. And
congratulations. You wrote the fucking national anthem for stalkers and domestic abusers. Can we get this guy a GLAAD award or some shit?
Yo, I don't gotta sit here and take this from the motherfucker who wrote Fact.
Before I stepped in, you fucking rap like...
Incredible, dude. All right,
Did you
so
listen to that album? You're not a fan of him, so
no, not enough. That interview, the full interview, is fucking hilarious.
Okay, all right.
I'll say that. He's on some weird old guy shit that I kind of like. It's like what Fred Durst is doing for Limp Bizkit, in my opinion. I like it though. All right, now let's talk about what we would do with this elevated space.
That's obviously like a trophy room.
A
for your
trophy
most
room.
prized collections.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put my most prized collection there. That's right, boys. Now, context. Eski, do you know who this is? Do you know what this is from already?
No.
You fucking should. All right, so the Olympics is going on, everyone. And among all of the controversy around the performance that was the Feast of Dionysus that people are confusing for the fucking Last Supper, or they didn't like the guy who had his balls out, which was really fucking funny. We can't show. But I will show what I do like about the Olympics, because, God, dude, I love the Olympics. I don't know about you, but, like, I genuinely love the Olympics. I think it's some of the coolest shit.
Weird sports that, like, I know nothing about, and watch these people who, like, autistically, you know, dedicated their life.
Oh, yeah, and we're going to get some spectrum exploring here in just a minute. But before we do that, let's talk about the opening ceremonies, right? Let's talk about some of the imagery, because I think it's an important moment for culture, okay? Now, context. I think we need to normalize... thesis statement. In my presentation today about the opening ceremony, I will make sure you understand the importance now, especially we've already highlighted the Feast of Dionysus presentation and all the other weird imagery that people aren't liking. Why it's important to normalize hating the French. But not for this part. This is the coolest part. So, Gojira, as we talked about, was opening the ceremony, the French band, the heavy metal hard weights, I would say. Is that heavy metal heavyweights? Yeah, that's a better way to say that. Yeah. So let's take a look at the performance, a little clip here from it, okay? All right, anyways. So, Gojira fucking rules. Now, admittedly, amongst all the other claims of weird imagery and things, people have been talking about how this is a satanic performance. And let me tell you, dude, we are so back. Because not only is the satanic panic from the 80s back and people are accusing metal of being Satan worship, but the rats are coming from the sewers to watch Gojira as part of the performance. This is a confirmed real image, by the way.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking incredible, dude. Now, the rats are out. Fucking satanic panic's back. How much better can it get? Let's talk about the actual goddamn satanic committee themselves, right? Colin Young himself of God's Hate and Twitching Tongues, famously of the Hard Lore podcast, says he's actually on the satanic committee and says it's real, and we're all talking shit about you in the group chat. So just like, comment, subscribe, and let us know what you think about that down below. Now, also, Snoop Dogg has been making appearances at the Olympics because he's been doing commentating, and he's been making appearances. He carried the Olympic torch in also, right? So I think this is a massive W for the Olympics, using brand recognition that is beyond just typical sports casting. And let's take a look here, because he actually is casting.
It can reach over 250 miles per hour.
Oh, I love this Batman right here. This is a great rally right here between China and the U.S. right here. As you see, it don't stop to the casket drop. They rocking and rolling, back and forth. Give me that. No, I need that. No, over here. No, over there. What about over there? No, what about there? No, give me that. I need that. That too. No, sit down.
This is the fastest
Wait a minute. Way up in the sky. Now down. Back up. Over there. Now over here. Get out the way. Move. I told you we need that.
Fucking incredible, dude.
That's real commentary from him?
That's real commentary, dude. You can pay for that. But not only did that happen, Snoop visited the U.S. fencing team, and then he got to try out fencing. Now, I want you to watch this, right? Right now, you can't tell which one is Snoop Dogg. I'm certain you cannot. But you're going to find out real fucking quick. Time out. Back that ass up. So can you tell which one it is now?
Yes, it's the one with the American flag on his face.
Yes, it's the one with the closed fist, like he's gonna punch someone. He's dodging a street fight while he's holding a fencing sword. It's incredible, dude. He said, "Back that ass up, son." Yeah, dude. Now, let's talk about the actual athletes. Because some fucking Gen Z Olympian figured out that you can bunny hop in fencing and actually scored a point there. So it's only a time before the Zoomers have taken over the Olympics officially. And it makes sense, because if you think about it now, 25-year-olds are relevant.
That kind of looks like, you know what that is? That's the Minecraft strat.
Now, some people went on to say this guy won the match because of this, and it was not actually the Minecraft strat for the match. It was a round, he won the round. He did not win the match, though. He did not go on to win. But either way, very funny. Now, also very funny. Japan is up on France, 78-77, with 2 minutes left from the game. This is a real picture from the game. Now, this is to be spoken about the indomitable will of the Japanese spirit, because right now when I open my Windows 11 computer, it tells me the Olympic feed right now for medals overall, and Japan #1, and it has been for days. They have been performing insanely this Olympics.
Yeah, I mean they walk around in the forests. Where do you think Zelda came from?
Which forest are you talking about, Logan Paul? All right, anyways, let's talk about the indomitable will of something that I actually am very invested in. So the Japanese men's volleyball team is something I care incredibly deeply about, because I watch the World Volleyball Games every 2 years, and I watch every 4 years for the men's Olympic volleyball team for them specifically, because there's a couple men who have been playing together for a long time, like Yuji Nishida and a couple of his other comrades. So I just get into a kick into it every 2 years, and I'm just like, how my Japanese boys been? Whatever, right? People like to draw a lot of energy towards the show Haikyuu, which is a very popular volleyball sports anime. But let's take a look at this play really quick here, where Ishikawa faked a spike and sent the ball to Nishida, and it's a point for Japan. This is true athleticism at a very high level. And they've been playing like this for over like 12 years together.
They got it all wrong. That was meant to be a big hit.
Fake.
Didn't happen, and so look at that. How about that?
Incredible, dude.
To Checo.
And also that angle he hit the ball out at. Right there. Like past the front line. Through everyone. Didn't even fuck with the whole back of the court. Incredible, man. Yuji Nishida. Now, this is actually the same play that Osamu and Atsumu pull through season 4, and they did a Haikyuu IRL, basically. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, something even cooler. This image has been circulating, this video has been circulating, calling it the most main character energy they have ever seen at the Olympics. This is the women's air rifle shooting.
Why are they doing it like this? It's like an anime intro. Fucking...
And it's there! It's there! The world record has gone!
That's right, Eski.
It was there for nearly 5 years until
that was
January
a world
this year, when Yang Yin came along and broke the world record with 41. And now Kim Ye-ji from Republic of Korea is the new world record holder. What a week it's been for her here in Baku.
Incredible, dude.
Anyway, that's cool. The stance was...
It is incredible, right? Look at the stance, too.
Yeah.
Look at that, dude.
Is it to be gold today?
Holy shit. I think I love her, by the way. Now, that being said, why does she look like a Valorant agent? Why do many of them look like Valorant agents? Now, who is this woman? This is Kim Ye-ji. She just set the world record for the women's 25-meter air pistol, right? Let's take a look at her. She's beautiful.
I think that
incredible.
I think of Plastic Love when I see her.
I'm just playing games. Now, the glasses are all goofy looking, but they actually are incredibly helpful and are part of the sport, and many people use them. God, she's just so cool, dude. Like, she genuinely is. Also, look at the little elephant, dude. She's got the gun bling on her ring, dog. What the fuck?
Counterbalance, dude.
She's sick, dude. Now, that being said, Turkey sent a 51-year-old guy with no specialized lenses, eye cover, or ear protection, and he just got the silver medal in men's. Also, coincidentally, he looks like a Valorant agent.
This bro just wanted to go to the Olympian Village. That's all.
And finally, our third DLC at Valorant agent. This is the last thing you see after redeeming the Google Play gift card.
Okay.
That's a little fucked up, but the image still stands. Also, he does look like a fucking Valorant agent, dude. Jesus Christ. All right, so let's talk about some really, really cool Olympians, though, from America before we wrap up here. So a lot of people are obsessed with this guy whose only job is pommel horse. So he just sits there until he's activated like a sleeper agent, whips off the Clark Kent guys, and he does the pommel horse routine that helps deliver his team the first medal in 16 years. So let's take an actual look and report on this. This is Steven Nedorosik. I know that's how you say it, okay? So he didn't move from his spot for 2 hours and simply just waited. He is apparently cross-eyed. And he can inexplicably switch his dominant eye. Interesting. Before his routine, he removed his glasses. And then he said that if he kept them on, he would fly off. They would just fly off mid-routine. Now because of this, they've won. So let's take a look at the clip. Take the glasses off, Clark.
He needs to hit a double. No, he needs a single, John.
Go on, Steve.
I gotta know who can do something.
There we go. Trying to fail to watch and sit. So he had certain things he's required to do within his routine and a certain form he must keep while doing it that he's scored against, right? So he said certainly one arm rotations all the way around, another one on the other side, etc., so on and so forth. Very cool. All right, now Simone Biles and the U.S. Olympic team took home gold for the U.S., right? And tweeted out, or sorry, Instagrammed out a thing that said, lack of talent, lazy Olympic champions, right? So she said this, and it's very interesting, right? If you don't know the context. So let me just get into that context, okay? Oop, I've been blocked, according to Simone. Who has she seemingly been blocked by? Well, that would be Michaela Skinner, former teammate of Simone Biles,
but besides Simone,
who made these,
I feel like the talent and the depth just isn't like what it used to be. I just noticed, like, I mean, obviously a lot of girls don't work as hard. The girls just don't have the work ethic, like, and it.
Cool. So she made a bunch of bullshit comments about the U.S. Olympic gold team. So she got fucking dusted by Simone when Simone posted that, basically, and she got petty as hell. And this is then other people like her teammate, Sunisa Lee, who said, "Put a finger down if Simone Biles just ended you." Followed by Michaela Maroney, infamously the girl, right? You know what I'm talking about? Different Michaela, who said, "It doesn't get more iconic than this. She effed around and she found out for real. Feels like I need to apologize just to redeem my first name." And then, yeah, they won gold for its fourth time. That's amazing. Incredible. Congratulations, Simone and the team. I snuck in half record movie theater, if you even care, by the way. All right. Eski, there's a new Costco guy in town.
Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, get it, get it, get it, get it.
Watch this technique.
Show them, girl, yeah. Boom, boom, bow, bow.
Hot dog.
Boom, 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 bow, 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 boom.
So he went bun, pizza, dog in like one flawless technique.
For the ages, dude.
But breaking from the real Costco guys, AJ and Big Justice have joined Hamas. Oh no! It's all over. All right, cool little announcement on Discord for you guys who actually don't even like probably care that much. But the Roll20 RPG tabletop has been integrated as an activity in Discord, so like you can just play D&D in Discord as a fun like.
You just have like a huge data leak though.
Who, Discord?
Roll20.
I mean,
feel like
maybe.
you got an email from them a couple weeks ago.
All right. Anyways, I'm sorry. Emo's over. Later, Gator won on it.
No, it's not talented enough. He needs
Also, Later Gator is an amazing name for a band.
He needs to be playing with it.
And that's right, folks. Was it 25 years ago on this day, which was 3 days ago? So 25 years and 3 days ago, this happened.
5 years ago in their native Des Moines, Iowa.
Shut up, Conan.
Today they are one of the hottest bands in the country. Please welcome Slipknot.
Yeah, it's right, dude. They debuted Wait and Bleed. Also, what a weird there's just 9 people on stage. Jesus Christ.
This ain't Snarky Puppy, bro.
All right, TikTok. That was fun. Fuck, that was good.
Dr. Dre said,
Stupid. What's 9 plus 10?
Lang.
You stupid.
You gonna cancel me, yeah? Gen Z me, bruh?
Skibbity.
Skiba, you move. What, Genie?
I'm not using a hashtag, man. Hobby horsing is not a sport. It's easy. I'm gonna do it. Oh yeah, me after this dressage, was passing. I couldn't breathe. Almost throwing dizzy, shaking him, whole burning in pain. Stop bringing up the hobby horsing girl, man. Tearing up when it's my turn to rap. Hell, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. What if GTA 5 was up the mountainous areas? Literally had no life in them. They should have smaller settlements, towns, etc. I have a poop fetish. I have to be Everglades to force GTs to smaller town settlements. That'd be cool. Never judge someone who knows the whole story. He's so negative. He's so weird. High functioning autism, fat nuts. This one's just a rock. Faded off that Josh. This has been a hey wait for me slideshow. Just wave chat. Wiggly hangings looking to me.
And did you see what the hashtag they're not going to use?
Yes, I did. Jesus Christ.
Creamed up.
All right.
Hello, Mr. Munchkins Man,
Okay, hi.
Hello, I am a Munchkins man.
says the Mr. Munchkin Man. The ends.
Sick.
Thank you.
Why the fuck do my dog walk sideways, boy? Like, he don't walk regular. The pig walk her.
Happy birthday to you.
Heterosexually.
Why the fuck do my dog walk sideways?
Like this, he don't walk regular. The pig walk horizontal.
He was running from a caca. Jumping on that gang, leave a big star.
Feel like GT.
Oh my god, I can't even. Oh.
Hello? I would like the angel hair, mussels, tomato, olive oil, and crushed red pepper flakes, please. And a big glass of Chianti, please.
Are you making it? Are you trying to make an order?
Yes, I am. I'm so famished. May I please have angel hair, mussels, olive oil, tomato, crushed red pepper flakes, and Chianti to drink, please.
Just wait.
Hi, sorry, what do you want again?
Angel hair, please, with mussels and tomato and olive oil, and crushed red pepper flakes with Chianti to drink.
Would you like to place the to-go order?
Yes! I want the angel hair pasta with mussels, tomato, and olive oil, and crushed red pepper with a glass of Chianti.
Okay, sorry, we gotta grab a sheet for you first, and then we can get that down.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
Okay, would you mind saying that for me one more time?
Wait, what? No,
Oh my
that would
God.
never do. I couldn't eat a horse. No way. I would never hurt one of God's creatures like that. I just want the angel hair with mussels, olive oil, tomato, crushed red pepper, and a big glass of Chianti.
Oh my god, dude, it's so funny.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Can you repeat that?
Hello? Angel hair pasta. Mussels, olive oil, tomato, crushed red pepper, and a big glass of Chianti.
Right.
See you soon. Thanks so much. I'm very hungry.
Okay.
Thanks again.
And a big glass of Chianti. Dude, when the bot got fucking exasperated, holy shit.
Yeah.
When did they give robots attitude, dude?
It's amazing.
I just lost my dog, and my brother showed me how to chase the bag. He really told me how to chase the bag.
Oh my god. All right, dude. Let's wrap it up. We got the song of the week selected by Eski, surprisingly. Another Stand Atlantic song, because we have featured this band before.
I didn't know that, but
Yeah, it was that Love You Anyway song. It was very poppy, and I said that joke of how all pop punk bands go two routes. Either they go more punk or they go more pop, and this band went more pop. But this is actually a more punky song, so good.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's a good one. I get like part of this chorus randomly stuck in my head regularly.
You know this one?
Oh yeah.
Sick of having empty habits leading to the selfish havoc. I'm lonely in my own boat.
Alright, see you guys later. Bye guys. What the fuck guys? See you guys. Smoke a cigarette, like, one, come subscribe. Leave us know like the song below or not. I don't know.